Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another crypto video. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content as always. And today we are going to be talking about HBAR or Hedera Hashgraph, and we're going to be talking about some of my price predictions, how I got to them, why I see them being pretty much, possible this bull run as well. And just to really quickly address, I do think that the end of the bull run will probably be around August of 2022. Reason for that is just past market cycles. We do know that as markets go on in terms of bull markets, they pretty much last longer every single time. Initially, this season will most likely hit, about 600 plus days. I think August 2022 is a solid pinpoint for where we do end. I think that we most likely will have a utility run as well. That utility run will definitely help Hedera Hashgraph get to some of my price targets as well. So when we talk about that, we talk about pure utility as well, and not speculation utility. So most altcoins that have pure utility, like for an example XRP, ALBT, stuff like that, even QNT as well, will do massive runs. But nonetheless, let's jump into this. So first and foremost, I'm going to compare two projects. We're going to compare XRP and also Matic to HBAR. You guys might be wondering why. We'll get into that real quick. So first and foremost, I do just want to talk about the fact that HBAR has currently about 8.8 billion in circulation. If we come over to Matic, now I know Matic and HBAR don't really correlate together. We already know that Polygon is an Ethereum-based ecosystem, if you will. We've already did a deep dive on Polygon and Matic. I actually hold a lot of Matic. Very, very bullish on this project still. But nonetheless, 6.3 billion in circulation. This one did some numbers. It ran to about almost $2.50 almost. Now this one is very interesting when we look at it, comparing it to HBAR, for an example. Now we also will compare XRP to HBAR because we already know about XRP's massive run up that it did in 2017 and 2018. We do see 46.15 billion in circulation. 100 billion overall for max supply, which we do know the max supply for HBAR is about 50 billion. So let's jump into some price charts. So I know a lot of people, and this is actually why I talk about this, right? Because a lot of people I still see are getting so discouraged. They're saying we're never going to get to any sort of 50-cent plus price. Let's see 30 cents be broken first before we talk about $1 plus. I hear it all the time. Listen, I'm not here to tell you guys that this is going to $100 plus because, I wanted to, right? Because I honestly don't care about making large amounts of money in this game to the point where I retire young and I'm driving a Lamborghini or anything like that. No. Honestly, the reason for me being invested in crypto and being in crypto overall is to gain capital for more time, basically to live my life. Also to pretty much reinvest into crypto and also into side projects and build businesses and stuff like that that actually make me money while I could sleep, while I enjoy my life. Because listen, money is not everything, guys. Especially even when we look at, materialistic assets. Of course, do what you want with your money. Be happy with what you have or whatever. For me personally, I'm more invested in time than money. So when we look at this, I'm not saying these price targets just to be greedy or, I'm trying to squeeze every penny out of the market that I possibly can. Absolutely not. When we talk about price targets for Hedera Hashgraph, I told you guys, $3 to $6 conservative, $10 is my personal target. Now, why would $10 be my personal target? Because I think that a lot of these utility assets, even when we talk about XRP, right? I think XRP could hit $20 to $30 this bull run. Now, my personal target for XRP is about $10. I keep myself grounded on my exit strategies and I don't listen to what anybody else says. And you guys shouldn't either, right? For example, if your exit strategy for HBAR is $1, and somebody's saying, well, dude, why would you sell at $1 when it's clearly going to $5? Who cares what they say? As long as you have your exit strategy and you exit at where you want to exit and it goes higher, don't beat yourself up, right? Because all that matters is that you secured the bag, you got out with profit, and that's all that matters, right? For most people who sold Bitcoin at $1,000, $5,000, do you honestly think that it matters if they would have held till now? What would they have had? More money? It doesn't matter. Because whenever we invest in something and we make profit and we take profit, we're always ridiculed for it in this game. It doesn't matter. Profit is profit. Whether it's $1 profit, $100 profit, $100,000 profit, it's still profit at the end of the game. At the end of the day, and in this game, right? There's always other opportunities to make money. So don't stress about having the perfect exit strategy. Don't stress about having, basically getting out at the right time or anything like that. Don't stress about it. But let's talk about some price targets. Why do I think that $3 to $6 is a conservative price point for HBAR? So I want to compare the charts to Matic, right? So a lot of people told me Matic's chart does not look similar to HBAR's at all. And that's totally fine. You don't need to think that it does. All right? But when we look at this from a zoomed in scale, right? Now, again, we're talking pre-Bitcoin drops for this comparison. So we're taking away this candle over here. Do not look at that candle. Do not even look at that side of the screen. Look at this, right? Now, when we zoom in on HBAR, we're going to zoom in before we had that massive drop in price. Kind of zoomed in a little bit too much. Sorry about that. So when we look here at the HBAR and also at the Matic chart, I wish that I had multiple monitor setups. Trust me, I wish that I had a better setup to actually have both of these screens here. But when we look at this and we look at this, it doesn't look similar, right? A lot of people will say it doesn't look similar at all. Now, I posted a tweet. This is actually going back a while now, comparing these two charts. And the reason for me even talking about this is because they're very similar. And we're going to talk about it. So this is the HBAR chart that we're talking about right now. This is when it was a 59-day consolidation pattern. I actually have over here, HBAR failed all-time high retest 4 times before finally making nearly a higher high retest that would have soon broken out, similar to Matic before Bitcoin crashed. 59 versus 45-day consolidation with bottoming support and one lower low being made. Yes, they are very similar. And we do see this, right? We see the failed retest up here. We see 1, 2, 3, 4 failed retests total. We also see a lower low being made, and we do see a bottom support being made. This was our massive breakout that we were about to have before Bitcoin kind of did its thing, resulting in this over here. Now, how is this similar to Matic? When we look at Matic's chart over here, we do see the failed retest. We see actually multiple failed retests. We see 1, 2, 3, and 4. There is a total of 4 retests happening. Same with HBAR. Now, we also see the bottom support being made, and we also see that lower low being made here. We actually see it being made 1, 2, 3 times that we tried to retest that multiple times. We also have the bottom support up here that we actually claimed here. A little bit here. It wasn't anything too crazy, but also back here and on these 2 candles here. Now, overall, I think that we're arranging to do this, the same thing that we kind of see on Matic over here, where I actually have it exited out. I think that we're pretty much ranging to do this on this candle. Oh, sorry, I didn't have the brush selected. This candle here. But this is when Bitcoin started getting sketchy. This is May 13th, pretty much the initial day of the droppage on Matic. Now, we also have, and it's not to take away anything from the overall idea here, but I have this tweet from Credible Crypto, if it could load. Let me refresh it. All right, so it finally loaded. So basically, this is from Credible Crypto, and he's saying, for those getting impatient with HBAR here, you probably sound just like the guys who got impatient with Matic a month ago. Things can and likely will escalate quickly. Patience. And I talked about Matic when it was at sub, 40 cents and sub 30 cents. A lot of people were very impatient with Matic. In fact, a lot of people actually sold their bags thinking that it was going much lower. Because even if we look here on the 1 day, this is pretty much when people were getting scared. They started selling. They started panicking. And they didn't know what was going to be followed up by, especially when we printed lower lows even here on April of 2021. It was April 18th. Now, when we printed those lower lows, it ended up coming back up, retesting some support zones and resistance zones. We got rejected off it, came back down, and then we finally had that massive breakout. Now, even Credible actually lists here, ranged between 25 to 53 cents at a $2 billion valuation, and then we went up 8x in under 30 days for a $15 billion valuation, which is a total of $13 billion being allocated there. Now, we do see the range between 20 and 46 cents at a $2 billion valuation. Now, this is it's vaguely similar in a way, but when we actually look at it, like I said, I told you guys, when we look at it, we have those 4 retests. We're pretty much, ranging to go higher here, and then Bitcoin kind of just comes in, ruins the party. And now we're kind of just ranging here. Now, yeah, sure, go ahead. Please say that this looks terrible. It looks like a downward trend. We're going down. We're going all the way to 10 cents and 0. Say what you will, but I guarantee you, right? I guarantee you those same people that are saying that this is going to 0 are the ones that will pretty much be buying back at 50 plus cents. It happens every single time. A lot of people will always FUD on a project whenever the price action isn't going to the moon. Right? When something's doing this, they're all happy, but when something's trading sideways, they're getting bored, they're getting impatient. Oh, we trade down a little bit, it's going to 0, and then all of a sudden it starts building up, and then they rebuy. So they will sell here and rebuy here, not knowing where it's going to go. They don't know what's happening, and then guess what ends up happening, right? We go a little bit higher, they get excited, and then we pretty much crash, and then we pretty much rebuild again. It's the same thing that happens every single time. That's where the jokes come in, where we buy high and sell low. It's basically the same meme. It happens every single time. So this is pretty much a buyer's market, especially right now. I buy all of these dips. Every single dip I pretty much bought, all of these. And I will admit it fully. Listen, I don't care if I'm at a loss on some of these investments on these dips. I know where we're going to go. I know what we're ranging to do. I know what we were ranging to do even here, right? A lot of people were getting ecstatic. We pretty much broke this resistance zone at that 41 cents, and we were pretty much on our way to greatness before, Bitcoin decided to do its thing. So, yeah, I mean, I still think that we're going to be going much higher. It's just we have to wait till the market fully stabilizes. And I stress that so much, especially when we even look at assets in the fintech group. For example, XRP. When we look at XRP from past market cycles, a lot of people were dead set on this going to, pretty much maybe 10 cents. They never thought that this would happen, where we do a 95,000% of an increase in price point. Nobody really understands that in this game, things change drastically. I see a lot of people saying HBAR is never going to 50 cents plus again. It doesn't matter what these people say. All that matters is fundamentals and what is the tech behind a project like HBAR, which we already know. So, with that being said, yes, $3 to $6 can easily be achieved, especially when we look at Matic. Matic is just an ecosystem for pretty much Ethereum tokens, or it's an Ethereum ecosystem for pretty much apps and dApps and stuff like that that are building on it. We did a deeper dive on it. I'm a holder of Matic. I think that it's going to $10. I still think it has a lot of room to grow. And I still think that XRP is going to $10 plus. I think it could see $20 to $30. And a lot of these fintech assets like HBAR and XRP have a ton of room to grow. But I think that HBAR's chart was very similar to Matic, and we've seen what happened with Matic, and we know what's going to be happening with HBAR very soon. Soon we'll be looking back on these dips, and a lot of people will say, man, I really wish that I bought those dips instead of me saying, hey, it's never going to 50 cents again. Good luck with those bags. A lot of people will come out of the woodwork and say that HBAR is going to like $100 plus. A lot of people get excited when something starts pumping when they buy high because they want it to go higher. But most of the times, it doesn't go higher. When we buy these dips, we know what we're buying for. Like I said, a lot of people will be fearful of these lower lows being printed and stuff like that. A buyer's market at that point. Well, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys' price predictions are. Let me know how long you guys plan on holding HBAR and stuff like that. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys could always follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial. You guys could also join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.